Mood Disorders and Suicide, presented by Carino Rodolfo, Laluz Louie, Soy Baguio, Reneros. Mood disorders along the continuum. On the left side is the functional, and while on the right side is the dysfunctional. Sa functional, nandun yung mga typical mood symptoms in response to events like kunwari, nalulungkot yung tao kapag may nangyaring nakakalungkot, natutuwa yung tao kapag may nangyaring maganda or nakakasaya. Sa gitna naman, for hypomania, ito yung mga moderate and frequent elation, nataas yung self-esteem nila, nagiging mapusok sila, tas mataas yung energy nila. Sa depression naman, sa gitna, ito yung moderate and frequent symptoms of sadness, apathy, kapagudan, na nakaka-interfere sa kanilang everyday life. Sa dulo ng dysfunctional, ito yung mga criteria para sa isang manic episode. Expansive mood including irritability, grandiosity, racing thoughts, and decreased need for sleep that significantly interferes with functioning. For depressive episode naman, ito yung grabe na yung kalungkutan nila, yung kawalan nila ng hope sa hinaharap, tas sobrang baba na ng energy nila na nakaka-interfere sa kanilang everyday life. Ito naman ang isang excerpt galing kay K. Redfield Jamison sa kanyang book na An Unquiet Mind. I was a senior in high school when I had my first attack. At first, everything seemed so easy. I raced about like a crazy weasel, babbling with plans and enthusiasms, immersed in sports and staying up all night, night after night, out with friends, reading everything that wasn't nailed down, filling manuscript books with poems and fragments of plays, and making expansive, completely unrealistic plans for my future. The world was filled with pleasure and promise. I felt great. Not just great. I felt really great. I felt I could do anything, that no task was too difficult. My sense of enchantment with the loss of the natural world caused me to fizz over, and I found myself buttonholing my friends to tell them how beautiful it all was. They'd respond, "You're talking too fast, Kay. Slow down, Kay. You're wearing me out, Kay. Slow down, Kay." And those times when they didn't actually come out and say it, I still could see it in their eyes. "For God's sake, Kay, slow down." I did finally slow down. The bottom began to fall out of my life and my mind. My thinking, far from being clearer than a crystal, was tortuous. I would read the same passage over and over again only to realize that I had no memory at all for what I had just read. My mind has turned on me. It mocked me for my vapid enthusiasms. It laughed at all my foolish plans. It no longer found anything interesting or enjoyable or worthwhile. Sa first part ng experience niya, makita natin dito yung mania, kung saan sobrang grabe ng energy niya, ang dami niyang plano, ang dami niyang gusto gawin. Tapos naman sa second part, kung saan after niyang masabihan ng mga kaibigan niya at kung saan nag-sync in na sa kanya na nawawalan na siya ng energy, nawawalan na siya ng plano, nawawalan na siya ng gana para gawin yung mga plano niya.
Depressive disorder. Depression is a mood disorder that causes a persistent feeling of sadness and loss of interest, also called major depressive disorder or clinical depression. It affects how you feel, think, and behave, and can lead to physical problems. You may have trouble doing normal day-to-day activities. Depressive disorder. Depression is a mood disorder that causes a persistent feeling of sadness and loss of interest, also called major depressive disorder or clinical depression. It affects how you feel, think, and behave, and can lead to a variety of emotional and physical problems. You may have trouble doing normal day to day activities, and sometimes you may feel as if life isn't worth living. Symptoms: feeling of sadness, tearfulness, emptiness, or hopelessness, angry outbursts, irritability, or frustration, even over small matters. Loss of interest or pleasure is a most or all normal activities such as sex, hobbies, or sports. Disturbances including insomnia or sleeping too much. Tiredness and lack of energy, so even small tasks take extra effort. Reduced appetite and weight loss or increased cravings for food and weight gain. Anxiety, agitation, or restlessness. Major depressive disorder, clinical depression, also known as major depressive disorder or MDD, is a mental health condition that causes a persistently low or depressed mood and a loss of interest in activities that once brought joy. Clinical depression can also affect how you sleep, your appetite, and your ability to think clearly. DSM-5 criteria for major depressive disorder. Five or more of following symptoms has been present during the same 2 weeks period and represent a change from previous functioning. At least one of the symptoms is either depressed mood or loss of interest or pleasure. Persistent depressive disorder or PDD is a mild to moderate chronic depression. It involves a sad or dark mood most of the day on most days for 2 years or more. PDD is a common and can happen to anyone at any age. The most effective treatment combines medication, counseling, and health lifestyle choices. Symptoms of persistent depressive disorder: sadness, emptiness or feeling down, loss of interest in daily activities, tiredness and lack of energy, low self-esteem, self-criticism or feeling you're not capable, trouble focusing clearly and trouble making decisions, probably problems getting things done well and on time. Subtype characteristic symptoms: anxious distress, the presence of typical symptoms of anxiety such as feeling tense or worried, difficulty concentrating, or a sense of loss of control. Mixed features: the presence of high and low symptoms occurring at the same time, or as part of a single episode in people experiencing an episode of mania or depression. Melancholic chlolic features, feel slow and have a flat mood, show very little emotional expression or response, lose their appetite and lose weight. Psychotic features, any clinical symptoms that entails a marked loss of con- con- contact with reality, notably including delusions, hallucinations, disorganized speech, or disorganized behavior. Catatonic features, a neuropsychiatric syndrome characterized by abnormal movements, behavior, and withdrawal, is a condition that most often seen in mood disorders but can also seen in psychotic, medical, neurologic, and other disorders. Atypical features, symptoms of a disorder other than the standard diagnostic criteria for a major depressive episode or dysthymic disorder. For example, they would include hypersomnia or, or improvement of mood in response to positive events. Seasonal affective disorder, a type of depression that comes and goes in a seasonal pattern. SAD is sometimes known as winter depression because the symptoms are usually more apparent and more severe during the winter. Some people with SAD may have symptoms during the summer and feel better during the winter. Peripartum, peripartum depression occurring during pregnancy or after birth. The use of the term prenatal recognizes that depression associated with having a baby often begins during pregnancy. Premenstrual dysphoric disorder or PMDD is much more severe from premenstrual syndrome or PMS. It may affect people of childbearing age. It's a severe and chronic health condition that needs attention and treatment. Lifestyle changes and sometimes medicines can help manage symptoms. Prevalence and course of depressive disorder. Recurrence. Study highlight that for many with depression, recurrence after recovery is the rule. Possibility of future episode of depression is as high as 30%, and this rate seems to increase with subsequent episode. Remission and recover. Remission is a reduction or end to symptoms for a period of time, but generally conceived as shorter than 8 weeks, which is considered the point of recovery. A number of early studies began to question the established wisdom about remission and recovery from depression. Relapse. Relapse is an early return of symptoms following what appears at least to have been a positive response to treatment. Relapse individual meets the full syndrome criteria and it occurs during a period of remission. One early report on relapse from major depressive disorder document a high rate of relapse, which is 25% after 12 weeks, and notably the major of those 25 relapse after 4 weeks.
Um, Good day, sir. My name is Rene Rosuay Baguio, and I will be discussing bipolar disorder. Bipolar disorder, previously known as manic depressive illness, is a mental health condition that leads to unusual changes in person's mood, energy levels, activity, and concentration. These shifts can disrupt daily activities and make them challenging to manage. Next slide. Okay, so here's the components of bipolar disorder. Bipolar disorder is essentially a cycle between these two components, the loss of depression and the high of mania or hypomania. Understanding these components is essential for managing and supporting those affected by this condition. First is depression. When someone with bipolar disorder is in a depressive phase, they may feel deeply sad, hopeless, and lose interest in activities they used to enjoy. It's like being stuck in a heavy fog where everything feels dull and lifeless. On the other hand, there's mania or hypomania. This is the opposite extreme. During a manic episode, individuals might feel excessively energetic, euphoric, or unusually irritable. Their thoughts may race and they might take on more than they can handle. Okay, so here's the DSM-5 criteria for manic episode. The DSM-5 criteria for a manic episode involve a clear period of unusually elevated, expansive, or irritable mood, along with heightened goal-directed behavior of energy. This state must persist for at least 1 week. Next slide, please. According to DSM-5 criteria, during a manic episode, three or more of the following symptoms must be present, or four if the mood is only irritable, representing a noticeable, noticeable change from usual behavior. The first one is inflated self-esteem or grandiosity. Second one is decreased need for sleep, feeling rested after only a few hours. Next, increased talkativeness or pressure to keep talking, racing thoughts of ideas, distractibility, difficulty focusing on tasks, increased goal-directed activity, such as at work or socially or psychomotor agitation. And the last one is engaging in risky activities with potential for negative consequences, like reckless spending or sexual behavior. Next slide. Um, the mood disturbance. The mood disturbance is sufficiently severe to cause marked. Oh, sorry. Paano na lang pa-edit? The mood disturbance is sufficiently severe to cause marked impairment in social or occupational functioning or to necessitate hospitalization to prevent harm to self or others. The last one is the episode not attributable to the direct physiological effects of a substance. For example, is a drug of abuse, a medication, or other treatment, or another medical condition. Next slide. Um, Bipolar 1 disorder. This is characterized by experiencing at least one episode of mania lasting for at least 1 week. Mania involves an extreme elevation of mood and energy. Episode of depression or hypomania may happen before or after the manic episode. The next one is bipolar 2 disorder. In this type, there's at least one episode of hypomania, which is a less intense form of mania, lasting for at least 4 days. Additionally, there must be at least one major depressive episode. And the last one is cyclothymic disorder. This involves experiencing symptoms of hypomania and depression over a period of at least 2 years. But these symptoms don't meet the criteria for a full-blown episode of mania or major depression. Next slide. Mhm. Wait lang, maingay. So here's the DSM-5 criteria for bipolar 1 and bipolar 2 disorders. The first one is bipolar 1 disorder. Diagnosis requires at least one manic episode, which is a distinct period of abnormally elevated mood and increased activity lasting at least 1 week. During the manic episode, there must be significant changes in behavior, such as inflated self-esteem, decreased need for sleep, in- increased talkativeness, racing thoughts, distractibility, increased goal-directed activity, and engaging in risky behaviors. The mood disturbance must cause marked impairments in social or occupational functioning, and it cannot be attributed to substance abuse or another medical condition. The next one is bipolar 2 disorder. Diagnosis requires at least one hypomanic episode and one major depressive episode. Hypomanic episodes are similar to manic episodes but less severe at least at 4 consecutive days. The mood disturbance must cause clinically significant distress or impairment in social, occupational, or other important areas of functioning. The hypomanic episode cannot be severe enough to cause marked impairment in social or occupational functioning or necessitate hospitalization. The diagnosis includes other mental health conditions like schizoaffective disorder or schizophrenia. Next slide. Um, Rapid cycling bipolar disorder. This term describes a condition where a person experiences at least four mood episodes within a year, meeting the criteria for manic, hypomanic, or major depressive episodes. Next is disruptive mood dysregulation disorder or DMDD. DMDD is a condition seen in children or adolescents characterized by persistent irritability, anger, and frequent intense temper outbursts. These symptoms extend beyond what is considered a normal bad mood and are severe in nature. Next slide. Prevalence and course of bipolar disorder. Bipolar disorder is less common than depressive disorder, with only 0.6% experiencing bipolar 1 and 0.0% bipolar 2 in their lifetimes. It affects both gender equally and typically emerges in late adolescence or early adulthood. Individuals often face chronic challenges in work and relationships, along with high rates of comorbidity with other psychiatric disorders and substance abuse. Despite its impact, many individuals, especially in developing countries, do not receive adequate treatment. Next slide. Creativity and the mood disorders. Some theorists argue that the symptoms of mania, such as increased self-esteem and energy, can benefit individuals in certain contexts. Conversely, the melancholy of depression is seen as inspirational for artists. Historical figures like Abraham Lincoln, Winston Churchill, and Martin Luther are believed to have experienced periods of mania or depression. Studies, studies, huh? Studies show a higher prevalence of mood disorders among writers, artists, and composers, with some celebrities openly discussing their experiences, while creativity may be fueled by periods of depression or mania. This mood disorder can also impair productivity and lead to serious consequences, including suicide attempts. Next slide. Theories of depression. Bipolar disorder theories have traditionally centered on biological causes. However,
The Mona-Amin theory of depression stressed the role of neurotransmitters and social rank theory of depression emphasized the influence of evolutionary factors. Psychological theories of depression focus on irrational beliefs and negative thoughts that maintain depressive symptoms. Genetic factor. Depression often runs in families, which suggests that individuals may inherit genes that make them vulnerable to developing depression. Neurotransmitter theories. Nerve cells in the brain communicate to each other by a specific chemical substance called neurotransmitter. Structural and brain functional brain abnormalities. Neuroimaging studies have shown that patients with major depression display differences in the function and structure of brain's regions involved in emotion identification and reactivity, including the amygdala, hippocampus, striatum, and orbi- orbitofrontal cortex, as well as areas involved in emotional regulation, such as dorsolateral prefrontal cortex and anterior cingulate cortex. Neurodoctrine factors. Hypofunction in mesolimbic DA system may be involved an ano yun? Anhedonia? Wait, magulo yung ano. Anhedonia. And neuroendocrine factors. Hypo, Hypofunction in mesolimbic DA system may be involved in anhedonia and a motivational apathy. Psychological theories of depression focus on cognitive, emotional, and behavioral factors that contribute to the development and maintenance of depressive symptoms. Behavioral theories of depression posits that certain environmental changes and avoidant behaviors inhibit individuals from experiencing environmental reward and reinforcement and subsequently leads to the development and maintenance of depressive symptoms. The learned helplessness theory is the view that clinical depression and related mental illness may result from a real or perceived absence of control over the outcome of a situation. Cognitive theories, negative cognitive triad, self, world, future. The triad refers to thoughts about self, world, and future. In all the three instance depressed individuals tend to have negative views. Thus, a depressed individual would tend to think they are a worthless person living in a futile and unforgiving world with a hopeless future. Reformulated learned helplessness theory. According to the attributional reformation of the theory, individuals come to feel helpless through learning to attribute it internal, stable, and global causes to variety of events. This theory provides important implications for treatment, especially for mental health problems such as depression. Hopelessness depression. Hopelessness theory predicts that the interaction between negative cognitive style and negative life events engenders a sense of hopelessness. This hopelessness was hypothesized to be sufficient by itself to bring about depression. Rumination involves repetitive, repetitive think or dwelling on negative feelings and distress and their causes and consequences. The repetitive negative aspects of rumination can be contribute to the development of depression or anxiety. Interpersonal theory proposed that individuals suffering from depressive symptoms tend to engage in excessive reassurance seeking or ERS, defined as repetitively asking for assurance for close others about one's lovability and worth. Sociocultural theories of depression emphasize the influence of social and cultural factors on the development and expression of depressive symptoms. These theories recognize that depression is not solely a result of biological or individual psychological factors, but it also shaped by broader social and cultural context. Cohort effects refers to the social phenomenon that a certain event manifests differently depending on a group that is born in the same year or similar time period. It is important to understand adolescents' depressive symptoms vary from generation to generation. Gender differences. Women are more vulnerable to depressive symptoms than men because they are more likely to experience chronic negative circumstances or strain, to have a low sense of mastery, and to engage in ruminative coping. Ethnicity, race differences. Minority population are less likely to suffer from acute episode of MDD than Caucasians, they are more likely to suffer from prolonged chronic and severely debilitating depression with heavy consequences on their level of daily functioning.
Um, Theories of bipolar disorder. Bipolar disorder theories have traditionally centered on biological causes. However, recent interest has grown in understanding the psychological and social factors contributing to the disorder. Biological theories of bipolar disorder. First is genetic factors. Genetic factors is a strong familial link suggests a genetic predispos- predisposition to bipolar disorder, though specific genes remain unidentified. Next is structural and functional brain abnormalities. Alterations in brain regions associated with emotion, processing, and cognitive control, like the amygdala and prefrontal cortex, contribute to mood instability. The last one is neurotransmitter factors. Dysregulation of neurotransmitters, particularly dopamine impacts mood regulation, leading to manic and depressive episodes. Psychosocial contributors to bipolar disorder. First is reward sensitivity. Individuals with bipolar disorder often show heightened sensitivity to reward, leading to impulsive behaviors and difficulty maintaining routines. Next is stress. Stressful like events including positive experiences like striving striving for rewarding goals can trigger mood episode. And the last one is routine disruptions. Changes in sleep, eating patterns, and daily routines can exacerbate symptoms, particularly irregular sleep patterns. Next slide. Um, Theories of bipolar disorder. Bipolar disorder theories have traditionally centered on biological causes. However, recent interest has grown in understanding the psychological and social factors contributing to the disorder. Biological theories of bipolar disorder. The first one is genetic factors. Genetic factors, strong familial links suggest a genetic predisposition. Okay, ulit. Biological theories of bipolar disorder. The first one is genetic factors. Genetic factors is a strong familial links suggest a genetic predisposition to bipolar disorder, though specific genes remain unidentified. Next is structural and functional brain abnormalities. Alterations in brain regions associated with emotion, processing, and cognitive control, like the amygdala and prefrontal cortex, contribute to mood instability. The last one is neurotransmitter factors. Dysregulation of neurotransmitters, particularly dopamine, impacts mood regulation, leading to manic and depressive episodes. Psychosocial contributors to bipolar disorder. First is reward sensitivity. Individuals with bipolar disorder often show heightened sensitivity to rewards, leading to impulsive behavior and difficulty maintaining routines. Next is stressful life events, including positive experiences like striving for Rewarding goals can trigger mood episode. The last one is routine disruptions. Changes in sleep, eating patterns, and daily routines can exacerbate symptoms, particularly irregular sleep patterns. Next slide, please.
Biological treatments for mood ulitin mo to, ano, Rodolfo. Biological biological treatments for mood disorders. Biological treatment for people with depression include electroconvulsive. Biological treatment for mood disorders. Biological treatment for people with depression include electroconvulsive therapy or ECT, transcranial magnetic stimulation or TMS, and deep brain stimulation. ECT involves in the inducing or seizure after a patient take muscles reluctant and is under general anesthesia. ECT is viable treatment for patients with severe depression or who show resistance to antidepressant. Drug treatment for depression. Selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors are most commonly prescribed antidepressant and work by increasing the level of serotonin, a neurotransmitter associated with mood regulation in the brain. Serotonin, norepinephrine reuptake inhibitors increase level of both serotonin and yan na naman. Ulitin mo ito, pre. Ano ko sa ano? Pronunciation. Drug treatment for depression. Selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors are the most commonly prescribed antidepressant and work by increasing the levels of serotonin, a neurotransmitter associated with good regulation in the brain. Serotonin, ayun na naman, wait lang pre, nabubulol ako. Drug treatments for depression. Selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors are the most commonly prescribed antidepressant and work by increasing levels of serotonin, a neurotransmitter associated with mood regulation in the brain. Serotonin, norepinephrine reuptake inhibitors increase level of both serotonin and norepinephrine. Norepinephrine, another neurotransmitter involved in mood regulation. Examples of SNRIs includes venlas, ven, venla, venlafaxine. Ano to? Ulit nga dito pre sa part na to.
Kaya mo yan.
Drug treatments for depression. Selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors are the most commonly prescribed antidepressant and work by increasing the levels of serotonin, a neurotransmitter associated with mood regulation in the brain. Serotonin, norip, yan na naman, wait lang. Treatments for depression, selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors are the most commonly prescribed antidepressant and work by increasing the level of serotonin, a neurotransmitter associated with mood regulation in the brain. Serotonin, norepinephrine reuptake inhibitors increase levels of both serotonin and norepinephrine, another transmitter involved in mood regulation. Examples of SNRIs include Effexor, Cymbalta, and Pristiq. Buprio- bu- Bupropion is an antidepressant medication that belongs to the class of a typical antidepressant. It is primarily prescribed for the treatment of major depressive disorder or MDD and seasonal affective disorder or SAD. Tricyclic antidepressant or TCAS were one of the first classes of antidepressant developed and work by blocking the reuptake of serotonin and norepinephrine. Monoamine oxidase inhibitors are another class of older antidepressant that work by inhibiting the enzyme monoamine oxidase. Wait lang. Ano pa to? Monoamine oxid wait lang pala. Lag. Monoamine oxidase inhibitors are another class of older antidepressant that works by inhibiting the enzyme monoamine oxidase, which breaks down neurotransmitters like serotonin, norepinephrine, and dopamine. Next, mood stabilizers. Lithium is the one of the oldest and most widely used mood stabilizers. It is highly effective in preventing manic episodes and reducing the frequency and severity of depressive episodes in bipolar disorder. Anticonvulsants. Several anticonvulsant medication originally developed to the to treat epilepsy have been found to have mood stabilizing properties and are commonly used in the treatment of bipolar disorder. A typical antipsychotic, some atypical antipsychotic medication have mood stabilizing properties and are used as adjunctive treatments for bipolar disorder. Electroconvulsive therapy or ECT is a mental treatment primarily used for severe cases for depression as well as other mental health conditions such as bipolar disorder. Olo, wait lang pre, pwedeng pocket ton. Electroconvulsive therapy or ECT is a medical treatment primarily used for severe cases of depression as well as other mental health conditions such as bipolar disorder and wait lang pre ulit, nabubulol talaga ako. Wait, game. Electroconvulsive therapy or ECT is a medical treatment primarily used for severe case of depression as well as other mental health conditions such as bipolar disorder and schizo, schizo, schizophrenia when the other treatment have been effective or when a rapid response. Electroconvulsive therapy. ECT is a medical treatment primarily used for severe cases of depression as well as other mental health conditions such as bipolar disorder or schizophrenia. When other treatments have not been effective or when a rapid response is needed. Transcranial magnetic stimulation or TMS is a non-invasive brain stimulation technique that uses electromagnetic field to modulate neur- neuronal activity in specific regions of the brain. It is primarily used as a treatment for depression, particularly for individuals who have not responded to antidepressant medication or psychotherapy. Deep brain stimulation is a surgical procedure that involves the implant- implantation of electrodes in specific areas of the brain to modulate neural activities and alleviate symptoms of certain neurological and psychiatric disorders.
Um, Newer methods of brain stimulation. Repetitive transcranial magnetic stimulation or RTMS uses powerful magnetic pulses to stimulate specific brain areas non-invasively. Next is vagus nerve stimulation or VNS. Involves implanting a small device under the skin to stimulate the vagus nerve, helping regulate brain activity. Next slide. Deep brain stimulation or DBS. Elect- Electrodes are surgically implanted in precise brain areas and connected to a pulse generator under the skin. This stimulation shows promise in alleviating severe depression, though it's still in early trial stages. Next is light therapy. Light therapy is effective in reducing symptoms, especially for seasonal, tubo, paano ako nun, um, light therapy. Light therapy is effective in reducing symptoms, especially for seasonal affective disorder. Works by reducing melatonin levels, helping regulate mood and sleep patterns. Next slide. Psychological treatment for mood disorders. First is behavioral therapy. Focuses on changing behavior patterns to increase positive experiences and decrease negative ones. Techniques like relaxation and coping skills are tough to manage mood in difficult situations. Next is cognitive behavioral therapy or CBT. Blends cognitive and behavioral approaches to address mood disorders. Targets negative thought ulit. Cognitive behavioral therapy or CBT blends cognitive and behavioral approaches to address mood disorders. Targets negative thought patterns and behaviors. Teaching healthier coping strategies. Next slide. Psychological treatment for mood disorders. Intrapersonal therapy focuses on interpersonal issues as causes of depression. Therapies address four main problems. First is grief or loss, coping with loss of major life changes. Next is interpersonal role disputes, resolving conflicts in relationships. Third one is role transitions or it is a adjusting to significant life changes. And the last one is interpersonal skills deficits, improving communication and social skills. IPT helps improve relationships and reduce depression symptoms by tackling these interpersonal challenges. Next.